What's up, guys, and welcome to the vlog. Today we're going to take the door off of my Foxbody. They're not as easy to come out as you might think.
But it was easy on YouTube.
We're gonna let him do his thing. I'll take you over here and I'll tell you what we're gonna be doing to my car today. My door hinge pins are completely worn out. The bushings are gone. I would show you, but I've already got everything kind of jacked up right now. But we'll get you guys some light before we start working over here, don't worry. But for right now, I just want to show you, we're gonna come in and cut these pins out. I've actually already started on that pin, and then we have to cut that pin out. And we will be putting these in. So all these years of messing with Foxbodies, I've actually had to never do this before, but that's okay. We'll knock it out. Shouldn't be that hard. I've watched some YouTube videos on it. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I do the same thing you guys do. I watch YouTube videos to make sure I know what the hell I'm doing, especially before I try to show you guys what I'm doing. I know a pretty good bit about these cars. I've done a lot through the years, but there's always something you can learn. So I hope that you guys always learn a little something from this channel. Speaking of which, let's talk about that for a second. So here pretty soon, we're gonna do a video. It may even be the next video. We're gonna do a video on Andrew's car and kind of how he got into Foxbodies and a little bit about his passion for them and where I believe the Foxbodies are gonna be in years to come. Let you guys get a little bit of a history lesson on Andrew and kind of where he come from and how we all kind of got started doing this. But I think you'll really like the title to that video. Then we have major work to do. So this car needs a clutch in it, bad. I'm sure you guys noticed that in one of the other uploads. We're gonna put it in the car. We're gonna change the rear main seal. We're gonna change the oil pan gasket. We're gonna put all new motor mounts on it and transmission mount, because everything under this car is leaking and the transmission and at least one of the motor mounts are broken. So I will pick back up with you once we get started on the door. All right, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a cut already on this pin. I've started on it just to make sure that this attachment was gonna work. And anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting this off. Then we're gonna move down and cut that one off. I've already got the jacks underneath the door, so the door shouldn't go anywhere. I've got Andrew here to help me. All right, so if you guys are interested in what it is that I'm using, this is a diamond wheel right here. So this thing has worked really good so far. I got it from Lowe's. I think it was about 15 to 20 bucks, something like that. But anyway, check it out. If I can find one on Amazon, as always, I'll post a link below.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sad.
We got it cut, so now all you're gonna do is just kind of come in and one way or the other pry this up. So I'll show you what you might have to do. You might have to come in, put pressure on it, and then tap this to break everything free. Okay, so that's what it looked like after we cut it. All right, so what we come up with was just a steel rod that I found laying around, and we actually put a very slight bend in it so that it would sit on top up here without hitting the door. And you're just gonna have to get it on top like that and just tap the hell out of it, and it will come free. Okay, so this is a problem that we had. Like I said, I've never done one of these before. I've seen it done, and they make them look so easy. You see I had to cut it at an angle, and the problem there is when this thing is sitting down in there and you're trying to drive something to push it, it's just gonna slip off. So you gotta get something on the very, very edge right here, and then just tap the shit out of it. It'll come out. We actually broke the screw off that goes into the top here, so no big deal. I'm gonna run down to the little hardware store and just pick up another shaft, but should be good. This diamond wheel is cutting really nice, but guys, it's hard to get in there. You really need the flexible end. I do have that, but for some reason that will not fit in the end of it, that shaft. So we're just using this. We got the pins out. We got a mess back here, guys. It's filthy, it's nasty, but that's okay. We're not gonna worry with that today. It looks really easy. You just stick a Dremel in there and cut it off. You have to cut them at such a severe angle, it takes forever to actually get it to go through. Overall, it's not a hard job, but you better have a really good bit, and you probably need a couple of them. You may have a better way, but the way that I'm doing it takes forever, and it's not the easiest. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and knock these bushings out and get started.
But it was easy on YouTube.
Yeah, it was easy on YouTube. So same thing as everything else that you run into. Some cars are really easy and some cars are not. And for whatever reason, my car, everything's just rusted up in there, so it's not super easy. As you can see, Andrew's hitting it right now, and they don't just pop up. Sometimes they tear and they break and everything else, but he'll keep working with it eventually, and he'll get that bushing to pop out up top. Never had to do these before. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than this, but there are worse things. Trust me.
You know, like water pumps.
Yeah, water pumps or transmissions.
All this doing is busting this bushing up.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and finish this up. We'll get back to you in a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and break the fourth wall down. As you guys know, I just posted this picture on Instagram, so we got a couple comments, not many. So we're gonna go ahead and look at what we got here. So Seth Taylor, you say you are still waiting on me to do yours. Buddy, I don't even want to do the ones that I'm doing. I thought you got those done, by the way. And I probably needed you over here to help me. And then Benny 5.0 on Instagram says, tremendous project. And you're right, it's not a 10-minute deal. It takes multiple people to do this. You gotta have a couple jack stands, couple jacks, whatever it is you're using. You gotta be really careful. I've already screwed my fender up on my car. I don't even want to talk about that. Pretty upset about it. Chipped off the paint. But anyway, moving on. Jay Renshaw, door sagging, absolutely. Door sagging, pretty bad. And then we got ripping gears, good, because I got these next on my to-do list, and window guide bushings. I've got that on my to-do list too, the window guide bushings. And I had the door panels out and just didn't do it for some reason. So we got to take the door panels back off at some point and do those window guide bushings. We're only going to do this one door on camera. I don't even know that we're going to finish the second door today because it's taking a lot longer than we thought it would, but that's okay. It's a learning process for everybody. It's a learning process for me and Andrew both. So one tip that I do want to tell you guys, you can go to your local hardware store and see this long metal rod here. I think I picked it up for $4.99. That's very handy when it comes to this, because as you can see, Andrew is way up there, and look at that. The reason why you want such a long rod is because you can't really get in here with anything shorter because it's on such an angle. So it really helps to get a long rod and then come up here and just hit it from the top. All these long rod little innuendos here. Jesus Christ. It never hurts to have a long rod.
Stroker kid, that's what you're talking about.
It was getting hot in the garage. So we're on the golf cart, cooling off. We're gonna get back to it in just a minute. Oh, it's pulling.
I think my eyelids turned inside out.
It didn't move. Memphis, I accidentally run over your bicycle, baby.
What?
I think I run over your bicycle.
No. You're joking.
Look, it won't go.
Look.
No, yeah.
For the bottom one, put your bushing on, come from underneath, line everything up like that. Then all you're going to do is tap it from the bottom. Tap this out. All right, so that's it. So we're not going to show you doing the bottom. We're going to go ahead, get these back in, move the door over and put everything in. Catch back up with you guys once we're done. Okay, so what they don't tell you is after you get your pins in, you get your door back on, these actual pins are so short that the hole is very, very close to the metal up here. So it's really hard to get this thing in, which is the way you want it, but they don't really mention that. So you are not going to push that clip in by hand by yourself with no help. If you do, your car is completely different than mine. These are massive channel locks that we have, and Andrew is actually squeezing the metal together so that I can get this clip in. That's the hole right there, and this is where you're supposed to get the clip in at. This metal has to be squeezed together and get the clip in all at the same time. Can't do this and hold the camera. I just wanted to show you this, but we're going to use these channel locks to squeeze the two pieces of metal together on the bracket here, and then we're going to try to get this clip in. As you guys can see, the clips are now in both. So let's see how it shuts. Hey, look at that, it shuts. Andrew's trying to get in.
What's you say?
Anyway,
Terrible.
all the videos that I watched made it look, you know, pretty simple. This is what I try to do on my channel. I try to let you know,
Tight though.
yeah, door's tight, but I try to let you know how things actually work. Some of you may attempt this and your pins may just fall right in, they may cut right out, and you may be okay. Mine was not that easy. You're gonna have to be patient whenever it comes to cutting that pin out, because it's really hard to get a straight cut. So you're gonna have to kind of cut up at an angle, which is gonna take you longer to cut, and it's gonna be harder to knock that pin out once you do get it cut, because it is on such a harsh angle. Everything that you hit it with is gonna wanna pop off. We got this rod right here to use so that we can run down to the top and hit the top of those pins. And it still took about 10 licks to get that pin to come out. It's very time consuming, and it's just honestly not that fun of a job to do. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. But me and Andrew were like, oh, we'll just go ahead and knock it out. A lot harder than I thought. Okay, now for the thing that pissed me off the most. My freshly painted car, the door slipped and hit the fender. You know, it's not attached anymore, so it'll move around. So now what I have to do is sand this down and create me a blend spot over here, put some base on it, put some clear on it, shoot it, blend it, and then come back in and wet sand and buff it. We got it done. We're probably not gonna do the other door today. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Probably needs definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely not gonna do the other door today, but the door does shut really good. I like that. That's so much better. Do it yourself. Just make sure that you got plenty of time and you got plenty of help. Pack rags around the fender and the door whenever you're doing this. I think me and Andrew may go ahead and start shooting for the next video. So, you ready? You wanna do it?
Sure, why not?
As always, thanks for watching.